Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. Happy day after Thanksgiving. I couldn't even look at food today, really. I had breakfast and like a taco, one single taco for dinner. I was like, no more food. Thank you for all the well wishes, back at ya. Tonight we're gonna do a puddle pour. And before we get started, I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. The artwork behind me is courtesy of my daughter who picked out what should be displayed behind me. So we got the green guy and the orange red guy there. So I'll let her do it, whatever. Couple things to show you. So puddle pour, it's gonna look something like this. So no silicone, no torching except for maybe bubbles. And this is just a clean pour. We're just pouring single colors onto the canvas. So we're going to try for, something like this. This is really old. It's about 1.5 years old. It's not really old, but I love the colors. I'm not real crazy about the composition, so I'm hoping to get something better tonight. We'll see. And then that was that one. Results from the last video, grapes on the vine. This one, it's already dry, because it was done with nothing but gack. We're not sure the orientation of this one, but it dried beautifully. I like it because it's so interesting. I don't know if it's my favorite. The torching and the cells really, really help the composition, I feel. And when I think of it as grapes on the vine, then I like it even more. So there you go. I'm gonna resin it. I already peeled my tape. I'll clean up the sides, and that might be one of the ones you see when I redo the how to resin video. So there's that guy, and then I can show you the big guy because it's dry. Yay! So go this way. He's still like taped and has his pins. I don't have a name for it yet. So, and I can't get really close because I don't know if I'm gonna get them all in there. Let me try. But there's the top. I'm thrilled with how it turned out. It dried really beautifully. I bet you let me go around my hanging pendant there. So you can get a little closer if my camera auto focuses. So maybe if you could see that one part, I don't know, maybe I name it Little Willie, or Big Willie, or Free Willie. If you're paying attention, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then it goes from there, I cannot lift this thing, all the way, there's the end right there. So really, really quite happy with it. My husband liked it a lot, and it's meant for our own house. And he's like, you should sell it. I'm like, oh, blasphemy. He's like, no, you should sell it. Like, all that angst over the perfect shades of blue and gold and whatnot. And he's like, sell it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My lamp is swinging. My pendant light is swinging all around, okay, because I bumped it. So, yeah, let me stand back here. So, that's pretty far away. Oh, I should have gone like this because I'm an idiot. So yeah, anyway, you get the idea. It came out really great. So super tickled pink about that. Let me set him to the side. And then finally, I wanted to show you, if you saw my Waterfall Acrylics Facebook page or my Instagram account, I posted that I'm like 32 followers away from 5,000, which blows my mind given that 6 months ago I had like 500. So I don't know what happened. It seems to have coincided with me starting my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for the love and support. And because of that, just a little giveaway. I made a calendar with my art, hopefully showing the progression, and all you have to do is go to either Instagram or my Facebook page, like the post, and then either tag or write somebody who's inspired you, and it doesn't have to be an artist. That's it. Shipping's free anywhere in the world. You don't have to lift a finger. other than to like type me your address and name, and it's yours. And for those who follow me on my YouTube channel, I thought I'd give you a little sneak preview of what the calendar looks like. So hold on while I try to get this up really close like this, and then hit the little play button. So this is what the calendar looks like. January, February, Lone Wolf, Birdie, Lady, Pretty Flowers, ooh, blue, ooh, ah. The one that's sold, gone. Looks for yellow there. More blue. I love my blue. Mr. Geology also sold. That one sold too, unfortunately. And then the one that got ruined for December. So that's the months of the calendar. Could be yours. You got until next Friday. All right, enough of that. Let's get down on the canvas. Show you the colors we're gonna do. Let me lower this. Try to get closer. Straighten out. Move some things over. Put these over here on my lefty. And if you guys like it or like me, I suggest you all go to my Pinterest page, find my shoes. I have a, category shoes. And if everybody just bought me a single pair of shoes that I have saved on Pinterest, I would like love you forever. And I'm totally kidding. But I do like my shoes. And I go there and they're all like, $800 shoes, and who can afford that? Or who wants that? Like, I would never wear them. I would just put them on the shelf and admire them forever. But every so often I'm on my Pinterest page and I like go to my shoes and I'm like, oh, those are some cute strappy sandals, man. I love those. So anyway, I have shoes on the brain for some reason today because I got a DSW coupon. I did not go shopping. I did not leave my house because I'm not going out into the madness. Colors for the Puddle Pour are, and it's hard to see them in the squeeze bottles, so I left the empty cups out. So first up we have Liquitex Basic Turquoise Blue. And then we have Golden. This is, or was, Burnt Umber Light. And now it's even lighter because, like a goober, I mixed up my big batch of white and I put a rubber band around it so I know that it's white and not pouring medium. And I grabbed it anyway and squirted a whole bunch of white and made my Burnt Umber Light even a shade lighter, which I did mean to do, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Next up we have Killed Off Some Raw Sienna by Winsor Newton. And then I decided very last minute that I needed, fourth color was the orange. This is my favorite shade of orange, which is the Vermilion number 674 Sennelier. And then I decided at the last minute I needed another color, but I'm out of squeeze bottles because I only have the 4, and I, have 2 of these. These are the OXO ones you can get at the Container Store or Amazon probably, that I like because they have this type of enclosure so you don't lose the little cap, and the tips don't get all nasty the way the cheapy, dollar store ones do. Anyway, I decided I needed a 5th color, and so I got my red, and this is CP Cadmium Red Dark by Golden. So those are the 5 colors. I just kind of like made that a spout. And I got my big giant squeeze bottle of tea white. So I've only done 3 or 4 puddle pours. And some things I've learned about them is you want really clean lines. So my pouring medium with all my colors is I'm using Golden tonight because I don't want Floetrol or the homemade, you know, PM recipes with glue, I was worried that it would ghost. And ghost is when you make a puddle and then, like, instead of having a crisp line of color, it kind of bleeds just like a little and either leaves like a shadow or it looks blurry. That's called a ghost. Actually, I was on the Golden site reading up on the different GAC products, like the 800, the 500, the 200. And there was one little blog article that talked about ghosting if you use too much GAC 800. So I hope I have just enough. The one good thing about having the cup of red is I can show you the consistency. No water, no nothing. Leaves the trace in the cup is about a little mound that lasts about a second. You want it to be a little bit thicker because you don't want it to go running everywhere when you put paint on top of paint. So, and then the other thing I learned about doing puddle pours is that you want your puddles to meet up. Definitely, it helps with the composition. Rather than having white in between each puddle, you want them to merge. And you don't need a lot. Like, you don't need to do, 8 or 9 puddles. This is a 10 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas. I forget what I did to it, but I scraped it, obviously. But too many puddles, you're just gonna end up pouring it off anyway and leaving, like, apart. And that can also just be too busy for your composition. So those are the couple tricks I learned. After we make the puddles, we're gonna take a little tool like this and run some lines through it. I don't even know what this is or where I got it, but it's plastic and has a point, and it's good for, moving through paint. So we'll use that. Yeah, let's get started. Think about my order. We can mix it up. I'm just gonna wing it as I go. We'll just start off maybe with a couple white and a couple blue. Doesn't really matter. So put two white ones there. Grab my blue, put one over here. Maybe one over here. And maybe we'll take the burnt umber, stick one there. And how many is that? 5? Maybe one more over here. So 6. It's so tempting to put one right here. I don't think I want more than 6 though. I could do 7. You don't need them everywhere. So if I do a 7th, what the hell? I'll do one more here, like a smaller one, and that's it. And then all you do is add colors on top. I'm gonna put it there. Put some there. And one on this one. That. The squeeze bottles help tremendously. If you do have to use a cup, make sure you make a nice little point. It gets harder because you want to drip out and it doesn't make a nice circle. You have to pour steadily into the center. Otherwise, you'll have ovals or other shapes rather than circles. Some red. Wait for the drips to come off. Let me see, we'll do white. funky with that circle from not going dead in the center. See, do it on a corner, it starts running off already. And just let it go too. Don't sweat it. It's not worth trying to fix or anything because you're gonna tilt. If I'm a little quiet tonight, I have like a raging backache for some reason. Right below my left shoulder blade. I don't know if I slept funny, but it does not feel good. And it's not all that pleasant to stand around tonight, so I apologize. Yeah, I splooged some red in that one. Oh wow. Let me see. Where's my dark? What the hell? Oops. We'll do them all this time. Hope I don't run out of a color. At this point, if I have them at least like 2 go-rounds of each color, after a while it won't matter. Oh, what haven't I used? I think orange. I don't have any of this like pre-planned. I'm just kind of winging it as I go. Like whatever color strikes my fancy in that moment, that's what I'm doing. Let's put the red on the orange. A couple more passes, maybe. Bella. really, my back is killing me. Kind of liking it. Kind of liking it. If I have leftover paint, I still have the clock to do for you guys. I could do it in these colors. And I still have, whoops, I still have this. That would have been awful if I would have knocked over my base. Oh my gosh. Couple more passes. I'm gonna put white around the edges and pretty close to having enough paint on the canvas for sure. Let me see, what else? Oh, it's such a good shade of orange. Yeah, can you tell I like it? I'm gonna put it on all of them. Yep. My husband's watching something R-rated because I hear a lot of curse words. Somebody wrote and asked me if I was Southern and said I swore like a Southerner, and I'm not. I could be your adopted Southern sister, but I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so I don't know. I think the Brits have the best swear words, though. Honestly. Go Bullocks. Wow. What do you guys think? Somebody say something. Looking pretty cool. Kind of like it. I feel like this whole section over here is kind of like lonely. Definitely gonna have to tilt that way. Just a couple. What do I want to do? I want to put red in this guy on top of that orange. And I wanted red on top of this blue. Just a little bit. I'm gonna drip off. And then I'm just trying to make sure that it all looks kind of balanced. Let me take, where's my, I need dark, my dark brown. Yeah, dark brown definitely. Here, I like a lot. And that one, not a lot in this one. There you go. Fun, right? It's like you can't screw it up. You really can't, because this is all it is. And then hopefully you get like a cool pattern and composition and instant art. Insta art. So I'm kind of sad this year because my, you know, my daughter for ages 10 and 11, she kind of faked liking Santa. Like at 9, she was dubious. At 10 and 11, she was like, no way. But like this year, you can't even, I'm just popping bubbles. This year, you can't even mention it. And she's like, oh, this is so fake. And we were at Thanksgiving dinner last night, and she was with some cousins who were like 5 and 8. And I'm like, don't you ruin it for those little kids. Because they were all like, oh, Santa's going to bring me this and that. And she was kind of, you know, being all teenagery and rolling her eyes. And I'm like, I called her Missy, and she knows. I'm not a mom who will use her full name, like Chloe Maria, you get your butt down here. But if I say, listen here, Missy, like she'll perk up, because like Missy is like a dirty word in my house. So yeah. All right, I'm stopping there. I think. Just for safety measures, I'm just taking some white just to help it flow. I'm gonna add white. Here are my corners. Over here, especially on this end, since there's nothing, just to help it flow. The rest of it should be fine. I'm gonna take my little stick here, and I'm just gonna run a pattern. Let me think about how I want it to go. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go something like this. And then this poor guy here didn't get anything. He's kind of running off, so I'm gonna go like that. Yeah. Let me throw on some gloves. How much time have I burned up? Oh no, I'll still be half an hour, because you know, everything's a half an hour with me. But I do have a lot of paint left, so maybe I'll make a, I am gonna go out into the real world tomorrow. So maybe I'll use these colors and make the clock, and just, you know, add silicone to in between the layers and pour the clock. And I'll do that as a separate video so I can slice those all together for you. All right, tilting time. So obviously we want to go that way right off the bat. So I'm going to go this way a little bit, because it's just easy. And come down and off. And with that white there in the corner, I don't have to go all the way. And then just kind of stretch it all out. We can stop and leave that white in that corner. And then come down this way. And then now you just kind of futz with it for, you know, your composition. Like, what do you like? What don't you like? Just kind of move it all around. Stop, take a look. I don't like the bend in the canvas. You know me, so I'm going to straighten that out. Get my finger out of it. I got a little bit of ghosting with my white and my orange. And about the best you can do for that is, yeah, my white has ghosted with every color. And I'll zoom in and show you what I mean by that. And so what you do is you just let it cure, and then just come back with the paintbrush with white and just touch over along the lines where it ghosted. The other colors, like all through here, I love this part right here because you've got all the colors represented. They're all very, very crisp. So it's kind of what you're looking for. I just want to study my composition for a second longer. And then you do, this is, when you do these, you really do want your sides to match your tops, particularly if you're using a deeper canvas for that uniform look. So I will be really careful going back and touching up my sides. I like this part here too a lot. Let me see. I make sure I don't have any manly bits and bobs in here tonight, which is nice. Just, you know, kind of weird. I think I'm going to tilt a little bit this way. Just, oh no, that's the other way, Karen. Just this way, just a little bit. Even things out. That's good. And then take off my gloves. You can also just cheat on the sides, like kind of how I poured white on the corners. That comes really in handy if your corners aren't finished, because then you can just take your squirt bottle and do that and get your whites. I have the light brown here, so you can just take my squirt bottle and do down the sides. So that's kind of nice. My spoon gets the night off there and make that look nice there. And then my blue corner here. Ooh, running out of the blue. All right. Nice blue corner. Need the white over here. There, and then check your side. And a white corner here, which I can touch up off camera, just, you know, let that run down there. Touch up the rest later. Same thing over here. And yeah. Yeah, a little bit of ghosting despite my best efforts. I'm going to take my torch. It shouldn't sell at all. Just run heat on it because there's bubbles. Like that. And voila. Puddle pour. Just kind of stepping away. Like these, if you're up close, it's like a lot because it's just like bam. Also recommend taking a step back and seeing these. It's the biggest thing is like the balance of colors. Like, do I have enough brown? Do I have enough blue? Do I have enough orange and red? Like, is there enough of each color to help with the composition? Like for me, I wish, I'm pretty happy with it all, besides the ghosting, is that I wish I had red right in here. But that's it. Otherwise, I like the pops of white everywhere. And I have 3 nice big sections with blocks of color. Here, here, and here, which are great. And I love the lines going through here in between the white. So that's how I know about puddle pours. I'm going to go sit down before I work on the clock, give my back a break, and yeah, where am I? And let me pop this on. Let me come down before I say goodbye. I'll show you the ghosting of the colors. Like, where am I? Over here, if you see where the white and the orange meet, it's basically the white paint did it everywhere. Over here, where am I? Where's my finger? Hello? Yeah, here, you see that? Where you can see the orange underneath the white. But luckily enough, or over here on the end. Where's my end? See right there, the orange and the white? It's been ghosted. I don't know why they say ghosted, but that's the term Golden used. But over here, with the blocks of color, it's perfect. So, 'tis a mystery to me. Let me come up high so you can see it. So that's what she looks like. Overall, I'm pretty pleased because the parts that need fixed will be fairly easy once it's dried. So I'll touch it up before I show it to you once it's cured. And yeah, that's it for me tonight. my back, man, it's just sore. So thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.